Good day, good people. My name is Kabo Sekwele and I am an online math tutor here to help young children turn their struggles into their successes. Today we're going to be talking about getting your child to do their math homework. If getting your child to do their math homework is a constant struggle, then this video is for you. This video is going to be based off of my experiences and what helped me to do my homework consistently as a middle schooler. So you can take this information and see how you can help your child do their homework without the constant negotiation or parental supervision. Many times, children don't want to do certain things in life, things that are actually beneficial for them. And the reason may be that their mindset is flawed. For example, your child may not want to eat vegetables because to them the taste of their food is more important than the nutrients they need that they can only get from fruits and vegetables. You see, that type of thinking is flawed, but they're young children, so they wouldn't know. So in the case of math homework, you probably want them to do their homework because you know how much they will benefit from them doing their homework. So you see value in doing homework, but they don't. So your goal should be to help them change their mindset, and it should be to help them see the value of doing homework. If they can get to this point, your child will start doing their homework on autopilot. Now, to do this, you need to start by figuring out the reasons why they don't want to do their homework. You can start by sitting them down and asking them kindly and tactfully why they don't want to do their homework. They may not give you a proper answer. They may not even tell you the real reason why, and that's okay for now. As long as they know that the lines of communication are open between the two of you. To further drive this point home, you can even ask them more questions just to find out how they really feel, and again, just to show them that the lines of honest communication are open between the two of you. Whatever answer they give, please do not cut them off. Don't be judgmental or dismissive. Don't get angry. Allow them to express themselves fully. If you don't do this, and if you respond in a negative way, the lines of communication from their side is going to be cut off. And no matter what you say, and no matter how logical the advice that you want to give them is, they're not going to listen to you and they won't want to hear what you have to say. Also, you need to hear them out so that your advice is relevant to their particular situation. The more they open up, the more relevant your advice can be. The more willing your child will be to listen to your advice because they'll feel that you actually do understand where they're coming from. You get it. And you know what you're talking about, and your advice is actually helpful. Again, if you respond in a negative way and you don't hear them out, they're going to feel your advice is irrelevant because you have no idea where they're coming from. Therefore, your advice can't help them in any way, and so on and so forth. So this part of the process is important because it gets them to actually listen to what you have to say. It lays that foundation for them to hear you out because you heard them out. So now that you've laid that foundation, as they try and express themselves and tell you the reasons why they're struggling, you can use your powers of deduction to figure out the real reason why they don't want to do their homework. And then once you figure out that reason, try and change their mindset from that point. Now, there are a ton of reasons why your child may not want to do their homework. There's so many that I can't cover all of them in one video. So what I will do is share two very common reasons why young children generally don't want to do homework and what you can do to help your child if they find themselves in one of these situations. So generally, the first reason why children don't want to do their homework is because they find more value in doing other things. Your child may find more value in spending time with their friends, playing games, watching movies, just anything, literally anything other than doing their math homework. Another reason why they may not want to do their math homework is because they may not think that they're smart enough to get all the right answers. Therefore, they've just given up. They don't see a point and they've stopped. Like I said, there are many other reasons, but just in this video, we're going to cover these two reasons. If you know of any other reasons why young children generally don't like to do their homework, please be sure to comment them down below. But if your child has any one of the reasons that I've just mentioned, here are a couple of mindset changes that they may need. The first thing that your child may need to realize is that the quality of their life depends on them doing productive things. Help them to understand that by doing more productive things and by doing less unproductive things, like playing video games and etc., they will accomplish things that will give them more joy and contentment, which means that doing more productive things has much more value than doing the unproductive things. Basically, they need to understand that they're missing out on so much by not doing productive things. They also need to understand that there is nothing wrong with resting and having a good time, but the quality of their rest depends on whether or not they were productive. The truth is, though, mindset is a very tricky thing, and your child is not going to experience these mindset shifts by you telling them these things. they need to come to their own realization of these facts. They need to see, either by their own experiences or the experiences of others, that being productive really gives one a better quality of life. There are many ways you can help your child to come to this realization, and each child is different. But what helped me was setting a goal and actually realizing that goal. So you can help your child set a goal for their grades in math. You can ask them, what grade would you like to get at the end of the year for math? Now, they might come up with a goal that may seem overwhelming and unrealistic. If that's the case, help them to realize that no matter how difficult it may seem, they can improve their grades in math. Even if they don't necessarily hit that exact goal, they can push towards it and find themselves in a much better position than where they are currently. You can even give them examples of when they did things that seemed very difficult, but they did well in them. Once they start believing that they can actually reach these goals, help them to understand that they can only reach this big goal with small but consistent steps that lead to that result. You can't successfully finish a plate of food by taking one big bite of it. That's going to end up in a mess. You need to take small but consistent bites that will reach you to that end goal of finishing your plate of food. So likewise, with them and them striving for their goals, they need to see that to reach this big goal, they need to take small but consistent steps. One of the small but consistent steps they need to take is them doing their homework. Help them to see that they need to do their homework consistently and as thoroughly as possible in order for them to reach the goal that they've set out for. So that's really the first thing that helped me. Setting a goal in math, figuring out the steps that I need to take to accomplish that goal, and realizing that doing my homework consistently and thoroughly is what's going to get me to that end result that I'd like. That realization motivated me to do my homework and to do it well. So that's the first mindset shift. The second thing they need to realize is that you as the parent do not really benefit from them doing their homework. It's your child that benefits. They need to see that you expect them to do their homework for them, for their benefit, because you don't have much to gain from them doing their homework. You're pushing them to do their homework because of the benefits that come with doing homework. You see, you have the bigger picture that they don't. So they need to realize that. And if they're not convinced of that fact, you can go ahead and give them a few examples of some of the benefits that you know of that come with doing homework and why they need to do it. That actually leads us to the next thing your child needs to realize, which is the benefits of homework. Your child needs to remember that them doing their math homework helps them build life skills. It's bigger than just getting all of the answers right, especially with math. Them doing their work efficiently helps them to be diligent workers. It helps them improve their time management. It helps them prepare for being productive adults in the future. It also helps them develop a love for hard work and accomplishment. And especially with math, it helps them to improve their ability to reason and to think for themselves. These skills are needed for the future, and if they skip out on these lessons, they're doing themselves a huge injustice. Even if you have the smartest child in the world, that child needs to do their homework because they still need to learn these crucial life skills for the future. So if your child sees that it's bigger than just getting the right answers, it's more for their growth and their benefit, then they will be more motivated to do their homework consistently. So parents, in summary, to get your child to do their math homework consistently without having to negotiate or bargain or supervise, help your child to change their flawed mindset. Start by figuring out why they don't want to do their homework, and then patiently help them to calibrate their mindset, the way they think about homework and the impact that it has on their life. Once your child makes these right mindset changes, they will start doing their math homework on autopilot. Thank you so much for watching this video through to the end. If you are in search of an online math tutor, please feel free to go down to my website and schedule a free consultation with me. I will leave the link down in the description. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.